Well, hey, Myrissa. Welcome to
Hello.
Be a Good Tripper
I'm
travel
so
vlog
excited.
series.
I love
All
it.
the good things. You're one of our amazing advisors here.
Oh, thank you.
I know. But you also happen to be a content creator. Is
Yes.
that what you call it?
Yeah, I would call it a content creator. Some people
Okay.
call it influencer. I
All
mean,
right. All
I,
right.
I would take both, but I do prefer content creator
Okay.
just because it's more of what I do instead of more so influencing. I like to create content around influencing it.
Sure.
So, yeah, I like to be called a content creator.
Okay. Okay. So content creator.
Yes.
And it's funny because I do think, okay, I was on a trip a few months ago and we were down at Disney and we were filming a bunch of content, but
Mhm.
not for social media. It was for our travelers
Absolutely.
and like doing guides and stuff.
Mhm.
And there were some ladies and they're like, oh my gosh, are you guys content creators? And I was like, no, we're travel advisors, And they're
They do
like,
go hand in
and
hand.
she's like, same thing. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's like very different.
Yes.
So, and it really is.
Yeah.
So, like, how do you differentiate the two? Like, because I know you've posted content before about
Mhm.
travel, and people are like, well, thank you so much. I went and booked this, right? And
Yeah.
they're like, well, hey, I can help you book this. So, how do you differentiate the two?
So for me, I use my content creation. It's kind of like travel inspiration versus travel expertise, but I piece
Hmm.
them together. So the travel inspiration that I do create. So when we went on our Cabo trip and we did all those things, I created content about that because let's be honest, a lot of people to this day, they find a lot of their ideas on social media
Right,
of
right.
where they want to go. And they see, somebody in St. Lucia and they're at this beautiful over the water bungalow and like all of these places. And that's where a lot of people are getting like the idea to
Mm-hmm.
go on these
Mm-hmm.
trips. So I kind of use my content creation to share that.
Yeah.
Now, that can kind of go both ways. There's going to be other people out there who focus more on the travel inspiration and less
Mm-hmm.
on the expertise. And that's where being a travel agent, a travel advisor is huge for me because I have the best of both worlds.
Right.
So I get to take content of places that I've been and I get to share about those experiences
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of show people, here's a trip, a family friendly vacation or an adults only all inclusive trip, which is what I like to specialize in. And I think that it's really awesome to be on both sides
Yeah. Yeah.
because some people are just paid influencers to go and create content about this. And somebody might see that and they're going to be like, well, that looks amazing, but that might not be the trip for them.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah,
It's perspective.
absolutely.
It's perspective. It's getting to know our clients. And it's the time that it takes
Hmm.
to get to know them and say, okay, well, you may have seen this that this content creator posted and they said it was awesome because they were maybe getting paid for right. And
Exactly.
that's
They
that's
have to share
okay.
the good things about it. Maybe they're not
Yeah.
sharing that the food actually tasted horrible.
Right. Right.
Maybe they're not sharing that, or the beaches were awful. They're not swimmable.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know about that about Cabo places.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I make sure to add that either in the video, even though we like to make the videos look nice,
Yeah.
but you do want to add that or include that in either the captions or if somebody reaches out and they're like, this resort looks beautiful. Okay, great. For me as a travel agent, I'm going to let you know that, hey, the beaches aren't swimmable there.
Right. Right.
So,
But you are right. Like we don't tend to highlight the bad things.
right.
Like we just don't.
Mhm.
Like we aren't negative. So even when we're talking to clients and they say, "Oh, I want to do this, this, and this," I may be like, "Actually, you may not want to do that resort. It may not be the great fit for you."
Exactly.
And the thing is, that resort may be the best option for somebody else.
Absolutely. And that's why it's very important as our rule when you're getting new clients and new leads in and new inquiries, you want to ask them those questions.
Yeah.
What are you looking for? Are you more of a beach or are you more of a pool person?
Uh-huh.
Right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I think that that's really important because some people could care less about the beach because they just want to sit by the
Yeah.
pool.
Yeah.
But some people want a nice beach to be able
Mhm.
to swim in, to go sit
Yeah.
by. And so I also think that's very important as well.
And just having true perspective.
Yes.
Because even just 2 days ago, one of my agents was like, "Hey, haven't you said the beach at this place isn't that great?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no, it's not."
Hmm.
And she's like, "But look at these photos online." And I'm like, "Yeah, it looks beautiful, but I've been there, and it's
I
not.
know, I
It's
know
not.
for
It
real.
doesn't look like that. Like, and I know how to edit a photo to make something
Exactly.
look good. And so it is, yeah, it's just so important. Like, I have a lot of people like, "Oh, my neighbor said, I have to go to Moon Palace." They go to Moon Palace every year. And
But
it's
that's all
like,
they know.
okay, that's all they
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Like, I've been to 149 all inclusive resorts. Like,
Mhm.
well, let's chat. Are you going with your family? Oh, and by the way, do you want a swimmable beach?
Yes. Yeah.
Like, it's just like, it's really qualifying that person to all of the options
Right.
and not just that one thing they saw. I'm not discounting that their friends aren't having
Aren't
a great
happy with
time
it.
there, but let's talk through the options. Let's talk about your budget.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a lot of things.
Not only that, but you also mentioned, that they said the beaches look beautiful there, right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of a topic that I kind of wanted to bring up in this is how big AI is right now
Yeah.
and how things can change a perspective versus actual expertise
Yeah.
and where we're sending our clients to. And I'm not saying that AI is a bad thing all the time because it's not. I use it a lot.
Yeah.
I
We
use
do.
AI a lot and it's very helpful, but it could also be a situation like that. And that's where I feel like it plays a huge role for us because we get to share the real pictures, the real information about it, and just give it more of a context like, no, those beaches actually they don't look like that. I don't want my clients to show up somewhere and it be completely different than what they envisioned.
Yeah. And AI messes up. I was having AI clean up an email for me recently on family-friendly recommendations in Jamaica. And I had all my stuff in there and and then I was like, any other ideas? And it's like beaches or, like sandals. And it was like, okay, like sandals that is adults only, beaches for, like
Yes.
even AI messes up and
Yes.
gets their
Absolutely.
wires crossed.
When you use AI, you have to make sure you fact check it.
Yeah, yeah.
You still have to do the work.
Yeah, and if you're not an experienced advisor or
Yeah.
somebody who has sold hundreds of vacations, you don't know.
100%.
You're leaning on it, and so, yeah. No, very good, very good
Yeah.
ideas.
What else do you want to know about content creation, travel expertise?
So, when folks are on social media
Mhm.
and they're viewing content and ideas, and like I see this a lot when I'm reading through. Like I'm more of like a Google search person.
Yeah.
I don't personally go to social media a lot. Um, and I come across a lot of blogs. And so when I'm reading those blogs, it says this is sponsored content. Click here to link, or they're going to get paid. So how does that work for content creators? Do you have to disclose when you're getting paid to post?
Yes, most of the time you should, and you should have to disclose that.
Okay.
Am I going to say that every time somebody does?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
It's kind of also within the brand collaboration that you kind of figure out. For reference, I work with some bigger brands. I haven't worked with a resort closely yet as a creator. I have as an agent, obviously. But they want you to put like either ad or partnership or something, but not everybody does.
Yeah.
So it's very hard. I do feel like most of the time you can tell the difference between if it's a paid sponsorship collaboration or, whatever, because you can see that within the video. Because are they only talking about the good things?
Right.
Which, yes, absolutely you should if you're being paid to do that. But also as an expertise in that, as a travel agent, as an advisor, you're going to know to share the other parts of it too.
Right.
So you can tell the difference if you really pay attention, but it does get a little deceiving because some people may not know that.
But like as far as getting paid, it is very different. Like
Mhm.
content creators, again, are getting paid for likes and views.
Likes, views. Most of the time they pay you to make either 1 to 3 to 5 to however many videos
Okay.
to take of the resort or of whatever they're in the partnership. And then they pay per video. Some people pay per Instagram post, per Instagram story. There's so much money out there in the marketing world. It's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Where we get paid for our time,
Yes.
right? People pay
100%.
for our expertise, our time, because it takes a lot of time and money to book a vacation.
It
And
does.
we can help with that. So
It does. Yeah.
great. What last bit of advice do you have for folks looking for inspiration? Because I do love that, because inspiration for travel, it does come from images. Like
Absolutely.
movies. Like I think about the bucket list places on your
Absolutely.
list. That doesn't come from nowhere. It
You
doesn't
want to go
come
because you
from
saw it from somebody else.
you saw it somewhere.
And
Like
that's why I
that
think
is
it's so
entirely
important.
what inspires us.
Yes. And I actually do tell all my clients who come to me to book a dream trip of theirs or even an all-inclusive, I tell them if you really want to know what something looks like, because sometimes it's hard to tell through the pictures for that the resort like has for you to share with them on the proposal. So I do tell them, go on TikTok and look up some videos of this resort.
Yeah.
There's going to be people out there who tell you the honest truth.
Yeah.
And there's going to be people out there who hype it up. But at least you know that you've watched through those videos. And a lot of my clients do that. Or I'll even go find some videos for them. here's what it says about this and here's what it says about this, and they use that. So I do still use that inspiration for travel, and I'll still continue to post and share about that myself, but I think that it's huge to still get those videos from social media because it can kind of share with you the good and the bad and maybe what you do or you don't want.
Yeah. And ideas, because we don't know everything.
We don't know everything.
And there's so many different perspectives out there.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for
being
me.
so amazing and inspiring people to travel and for being their advisor. Thank you.
So much.
And thank you all for watching and for being good trippers.
Be a good tripper.